Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My hair and I just got back from church. It's a little bit after 3 p.m. on December 22nd. So I just wanted to do a little video about how I found the church that was right for me. I grew up in a very Christian home. We would go to church every Sunday. Sometimes when there's like during Lent, we would do Stations of the Cross like every single day at church. So, a very Christian church going family, Catholic Christian. When I came to Japan, the first issue I faced was finding a church that was close to me. I wasn't really enthusiastic to commute a long time to get to church. So that was the first issue. And for the first, I've been in Japan, it'll be 3 years in April. So for the first a good 2 years of that, or almost 2 years of that, I didn't go to church at all. Or maybe once or twice, but I wasn't like a regular church going Christian. There was one church that I went to, I want to believe last year in around October, November-ish. And I went there because I was there for a wedding. Now, this church is someplace in Saitama. I don't know the name of the church. I can't tell you, but I know it's a Pentecostal church. And I just knew that was not the church for me. I was only there for a wedding, but I just knew I wouldn't go there to worship. And at that time, I did live closer to that church. I went to another church in Shin-Okubu. I don't know the name of the church. I'm sorry, I can't help you. The service I attended was in English. It still wasn't my cup of tea. It was a Pentecostal church as well. It wasn't, it was church. So, we prayed and we worshiped God, and that was fine and good, but it wasn't a place that I saw myself going back to. But finally, after research, which I can say that when I finally got to this conclusion, I could say maybe I wasn't working that hard to find a church for me, but I finally got a church. Now, I live in Kawasaki. The church that I go to is called St. Clair's Kaizuka. From Kawasaki Station, you could take a bus. The bus is like less than 5 minutes, or you can walk. It's about a 15-ish minute walk from JR Kawasaki Station or KQ Station, whichever Kawasaki Station you come to. And that is the church that I go to, and from my house it's less than a 10-minute walk, which is amazing. They have English mass every single Sunday at 2 p.m. They have two masses on Sundays. They have a 9 a.m. mass, which is in Japanese, and they have a 2 p.m. mass, which is in English. So that's the mass that I just came from. And this church really provides me everything that I am familiar with, I am comfortable with. They have confession every Sunday after mass. They have weekly masses as well in the evenings. I want to say maybe 6 p.m. they have weekly masses, and those are in Japanese, so I've never gone. And 6 p.m. I'm still on my way from work most days. And they have literally everything. Last Sunday, when I went to church, they had confirmation service. So they had all the churches under this archdiocese, and the bishop was there. So that was pretty cool. And it was a bilingual mass. So they had readings in Japanese, they had readings in English, they had the bishop spoke just Japanese, though when it was time for for him to preach and to talk, it was just in Japanese. But a majority of the mass, they tried to make everybody else feel included. And in this church, there's mostly Filipino people. I've seen maybe one or two black people there, but most Sundays I'm like the only black person there, which I don't mind, as long as I'm getting what I need from the church, which I am. It's pretty cool for me. So that is my church. That's the church. I've been going to that church since maybe March of this year. I like it. I really do like it there. Here I have a list of other churches in the Tokyo area that maybe you're not in around Kawasaki, or you don't feel like commuting to Kawasaki or whatever. Hopefully there's something closer to you. First is Tokyo Baptist Church. There is a branch and all of these churches provide some English mass or some English translation or something to cater to English speakers. Of course, my church is amongst them, which my church, if you search online, like on Google, Catholic churches that provide English services in Kawasaki, my church doesn't even come up, which was really weird. I guess that's what took me a long time to find it. I went there one day just like, you know what, even if it's in Japanese, I think it was on Easter Sunday. I was like, you know what? Even if the mass is in Japanese, I don't mind. I really just want to experience the spirit on this Easter Sunday. And when I went there, the outside they had like a newsletter or something, and I was like, oh, y'all got English services? What? You have English service here? That's amazing. And that's how we started. But on that day, I think I made a video when I went there. On that day, they had a joint mass, so they had a bilingual mass, and I missed the service. So, but then the next Sunday, I was able to, you know, get my stuff together and go there. And the first Sunday of every month, they give the newsletter for the timetable of the month. So, like this month, today was my Christmas service because I know that the mass, Christmas Eve mass and Christmas Day mass, are both gonna be in Japanese. So I'm not going. So there's Tokyo Baptist Church, one branch in Shin-Misato and one branch in Shibuya. Like I said, all of these churches have some form of mass catered to English people. There is United Pentecostal Church Tokorozawa. Shin-Misato and Tokorozawa are both in Saitama. Shibuya is in Tokyo, obviously. There is Lifehouse Roppongi, Lifehouse Otemachi, and Lifehouse Yokohama. I guess that's a Pentecostal church. And United Pentecostal, obviously Pentecostal Church. Tokyo Baptist, from the name obviously, to Baptist Church. There is the Ochanomizu Church of Christ. Ochanomizu is in Tokyo. Church of Christ, I would want to believe that's Pentecostal. And there's the Tokyo Church of and there's the Tokyo Church of Christ in Yoyogi. And that's really all I have on my list for now. The church that I mentioned that I went to in Saitama is not on this list. It's a Pentecostal church, as well as the church that I went to in Shin-Okubu. It's not on this list as well. I can't remember the names of both of those churches, unfortunately, so I can't include them in this list. But, you know, if you are in Japan and you are looking for a place to worship, you know, search Facebook groups. While doing my research, I came across a post that mentioned a group about, you know, like Christians living in Tokyo. So you find groups like that, and from there you can better find, you know, a community that is close to you, so you can be able to worship the way you like, where you feel comfortable worshiping. I was just really lucky that I found a church that's literally less than a 10-minute walk. Like, just walk to church and walk back home, and it's really amazing for me, and I'm grateful for that. I was feeling really out of my element those 2 years that I wasn't going to church. Like, I'm not like a church goer. I'm a Christian, but I do like to be in the presence of God in that way. And I hope this video helps you. And don't forget to like this video. If you have any other church suggestions, you live in Japan, or if you have lived in Japan and you have any other church suggestions, please mention it in the comment section. So if anybody comes across this video, they might go there and see your suggestion and, you know, get guidance on where they're trying to go in their life. Even if you're not in the Tokyo area, if you have church suggestions for the other prefecture, for the other regions, Sapporo region, Hokkaido area, you have in Osaka, Kobe, whichever city you're in Japan, you have church recommendations. Of course, churches that provide some kind of international service for English speakers, mention it in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.